So he randomizes the pictures by file size, and then you just
Randomizes,
go.
quote unquote.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, basically.
All right, first on the list. But by the way, I think we should be able to like do a minute of research. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can pull up a U.S. map that we can just have as a reference.
That works. That works with me.
Who's
I
that
mean,
guy?
I know the shapes of the states.
To be fair, though,
I mean, but then again, like, what if we get a square and we're like, is this Colorado or Wyoming? Which square is it?
are they not fucking labeled? Oh, I can't see this fucking map. This is a horrible map.
Hold on, damn.
Yeah, Trevor, throw your monitor in the trash and give
I'm,
me.
try- I'm
No,
trying.
no, no, get the one. I love how I'm pointing to my screen.
I'm
Like,
trying to
I want
find.
you
I'm trying to
That's
find
great.
one that's.
This is good news. This is
This
this.
stuff is definitely way too
It
high.
looks like
Right
it's like it's $5 fucking.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
So-
This
Go
name.
filter by file size tool.
I guess before we begin, like, how much have you traveled in the U.S.?
I've traveled. I've traveled quite a bit. I've not been to Hawaii though. Tyler, you can rank Hawaii.
I can, because I've been there 4 times or 5 times now.
Fuck you, man. All right, let's.
For real though, I've been to Hawaii once.
All right, fuck both of you. I've been to Texas. Yeehaw.
Hawaii is easily an S tier.
All right,
Okay.
so we'll have this up. Wait,
I've been to Washington. It's
What's
beautiful.
OBS seeing?
I
Oh.
think Washington.
Do
is
we have
amazing.
DC? Are we going to put DC in there? Or
To Washington State.
Trevor, is DC in there?
DC, yes, Washington DC is in here as a quote unquote state, even though it is
Do you
just a
happen to
district.
have? I'm assuming we're skipping like territories and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
California
no,
is
we're not.
'Cause
Not Puerto
I don't have
Rico.
any, I don't really
Marshall
have any
Islands.
opinion
No,
on.
we're not doing any of that.
No,
Just
we're not doing,
states and
not
Washington
the
DC.
Thousand Islands. Correct. Correct.
So yeah. All right, we ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah. Let's
Ooh,
go.
yeah.
Let's go. Is that right?
Starting it up.
Oh,
I
what
can't
the
say
fuck is this one? Is
I
it
can't-
labeled?
I think that's Georgia. There it is.
I have some interesting news about Georgia. I'm flying. By the way, I'm flying to Georgia in like 3 days because I have to drive to South Carolina, and it's cheaper to fly into Georgia. than
Hey.
South Carolina.
Oh,
So you know
that's
what? Georgia came through in a big way for me. I said Georgia
Xander,
came through in a
there's
big.
peaches there, and I hate peaches, so it's F tier.
You don't-
I'm just kidding. Peaches
No,
are
it's affordable to fly in for other states, I guess. Yeah, a lot of movies are filmed in Georgia.
I mean, they got Atlanta.
Oh no, yeah, let's go ahead and bury that. It could be a D class because it's a utility state, right?
Yeah, I
It's
feel like
utility
it's got
state.
very little redeeming value, but maybe more than 0.
Walking
I
mean-
there, so it's bad.
You know what? As that works for me.
I can agree with that.
I'm fine.
I lived in Georgia for 3 years, but I was a toddler, so I have no memory of that.
It
So
does not count.
It's probably good that you have.
Or
I would say this is a B class. It's a B class. I'm going up to Oregon later this year to. I forgot. Catherine wants me to go. Anyways, I'd say this is a B class. You get some hipsters, some good hunting. Yeah, you can put
You
this.
got a lot of outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah, you have a lot of outdoorsy cool shit, and it has a good atmosphere, but it's not super cool. It's like more relevant.
A nice climate too, I think.
they have that weird
Yeah.
thing where you can't pump your own gas. Go to a gas
Oh yeah, instantly F tier. That's it. Put it in F tier.
No.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
For me,
It's kind of nice. Like you don't have to tip them.
that's autistic. What if I don't like? I don't want to have to talk to another human being. Hey, I only want to put in a half
You
a
just
tank.
give them your card, and they're like,
No.
Also,
no.
I've heard that like when that was threatened to be taken away, they all started reeing and said that they were going to spill gas on themselves if they did it themselves.
That's because
the joke is
autists
that-
don't like change.
the joke is that when people from Oregon go to other states, like they don't know how to pump gas.
It instantly drops it down a tier.
I think I think I was gonna be a B tier, but now I think it's a C tier.
Yeah,
Probably
they can't pump their gas, so let's throw it in C.
Yeah, they can't pump their own fucking gas, man.
I don't know, but I'm a make it like half big because I think we
Why?
might get a lot of states
I
to
think we're
see.
gonna.
I want to leave
fair,
room.
fair enough.
Hey,
Trevor, can you select it and then click command?
Kansas.
Control
Okay,
Shift-
so I've been to
Shift-
Kansas.
Superman's from Kansas, right?
Can't actually fucking see it.
Superman's from Kansas.
Kansas, in my opinion, is like a more boring version of Nebraska. Take that how you want.
Even more boring than Nebraska?
That's the joke key.
But Superman's from Kansas, right?
Doesn't matter. Superman sucks.
No reason to put it in F, but no reason to put it anywhere above.
I think
Superman's
it's D. I think it's D.
like D tier. So
No, Superman's S rank. What the fuck you talking?
Oh, yeah, we should do it.
yeah, S in power, but D in terms of how interesting he is.
Have you not read the new fucking Doomsday Clock?
No.
All right, you know what?
F tier for Kansas.
No, no. All right.
Boring.
What's a redeeming thing about Kansas?
Nothing. It's
I
flat.
don't have.
Boring.
Superman, man. You can put it in F tier. I don't give a fuck about Superman.
What?
Just put it in F tier, man.
You're too normie for this chat. Get out.
Damn. I literally have no opinion of Kansas. I've never been there,
F tier,
except for the
Trevor.
fact that Tyler Hoovie from Hoovie's
Trevor.
Garage is there. So that's pretty much all I have.
That's something, though,
Trevor,
right?
it goes into F tier. That's where it goes.
That's fine.
You drive through it, and then like you're just trying to get somewhere else.
Did you grab this?
I mean, I'll put it in D for Tyler Hoovie, but I'll put it in F if you guys think it belongs in F.
I just feel like we need to reserve
F
F for like horrible states. You know
But
what
it-
I mean?
Exactly.
That's true. I don't
is
think
true.
I can't imagine
Kansas isn't
myself going to
actively bad.
Kansas and having a bad experience. A boring experience, yes, but not a bad experience.
Yeah.
Put it next to Jordan.
Get fucked, Tyler. All right, I'm just kidding.
That's it.
All right, Alaska. I think that's an
Huh.
easy
I
one.
haven't been there, but I hear that if you love
Excellent
the
fishing.
outdoors, this is the state to go to. The
Excellent fishing and hunting and freedom. Last frontier. I'd say it's A tier.
I'd
Yeah,
give
but
it
isn't
an
it
A.
just
I haven't
filled
been
with,
there, but I do
like,
want to go
Poor
there.
people.
Everyone who moves, a lot of poor people, that's for sure. A lot of
Just
alcoholics too.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
just
thing is, to
icy.
be fair,
Cold, bad internet.
everyone, not necessarily. They have those giant satellite internet. Yeah, bad internet. You're right. Everyone who moves out from Alaska to Arizona, they're always like, I can't wait to go back. Oh, they paid their residents $1,000 a month.
I talked to a bunch of people who were from Alaska when I was in Hawaii. They like it.
Yeah, everyone.
And there's good
everyone
paying
who-
jobs up there too. Like you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, truck driving over the ice makes fuck ton of money, and you don't
Yeah,
have to have a lot of experience.
It's probably because it's fucking dangerous.
Who gives a fuck?
I love the outdoors, but hey, wait, the sun does some shenanigans up there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's fun.
the sun's not really a sun, more of a
Can I
pendulum.
be honest? I just got off working
Nice in the
nights,
summer.
and it made me want to kill myself. Working
I've
nights. So I don't think I could do
I've
it.
been to Norway in the summer, and the sun was down for 2 hours, and I can't stand it.
You know what? I think it might.
Maybe bump it down to a B.
This
I'd
is
say-
heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking, but yeah,
And you really gotta tough it up if you want to live there. I think
yeah.
But if you
it's not
can-
for everyone.
it's not for me. Otherwise, I'd put it in
Yeah.
A tier.
Yeah, I'm not strong enough. Alabama. Lots of racism.
Alabama.
I think it's.
Well,
an-
my cousin and I just love to go to Alabama, and you know how it is.
Oh, you know what? That's a perk, right?
S tier.
Sweet Home Alabama. To be fair, it's utilized as a meme, so it has some resource to it.
Yeah, meme potential. Plus, have you seen Gulf Shores, Alabama? It looks amazing.
No.
No.
Okay,
That's it. That would be an end for me, bro.
D.
It's
It's gonna be an end for me,
a
dog.
beautiful looking beach. That's probably the best part.
I think it's an F, just
Have you been to
because
Alabama?
it's just
No, what do you know
racism.
about it?
I'd throw it in D.
Except like fake kind. Oh, cousin
I don't know.
fucking.
Maybe this is an N.
I'd throw it in D, bro.
Okay.
You know what? The
memes and Gulf Shore.
Yeah.
Wanna-
Okay.
To be fair though,
I-
what are we grading this on? Are we
You know,
grading
I'd
this on
say
memes?
really anything, but I feel like if we're gonna rate it exclusively on memes, I'd rather just put it in N.
There are other southern states I would put in F tier.
Well, yeah, but
He's absolutely right. He's
Texas.
absolutely right. Alabama could be a D class. It could be F or D for me.
D.
I don't care. I
I
truly
throw it
don't
in
care.
D. There are a couple redeeming qualities.
Okay, hold on, Tyler. How long were you there?
I'm not. I'm planning to go there sometime.
Oh, shut the fuck up. It goes in F.
D tier.
All right, I don't
Make
care.
a decision, Trevor.
No.
it's going in N.
No.
Yeah,
It
I don't know. Shit about
I say
Alabama.
it goes in D. Just for
Oh,
time.
you know shit about Kansas?
No, I don't know shit about Kansas.
Oh,
S
S tier.
S tier.
Apparently this is S.
S
You ever
tier.
been?
I've been there five fucking times. Xander, I've been there 5 times.
I said it was S tier. I'm not even
Yeah.
arguing with you. What
I
are you
don't care.
talking about? I've never been to Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm just flexing because you put Kansas in that D instead of F.
Listen, I said it should have got a D, man. Or Alabama should have got a D. I was trying to humor you.
Hawaii is awesome. There's other than the prices, but I mean,
By the way, Montana, I'm
Hey.
a massive fan. I'm a massive fan of Montana. Oh yeah, this is a state when I was researching states that I would move to
One
just
that had Yellowstone, right?
to become a fucking
No, it's Montana. It's in Yellowstone, or the other way around.
Yellowstone
I
is
think-
in Wyoming. No,
Wyoming.
No,
Wyoming.
Montana has a lot of blacksmiths, and I'm a massive fan of blacksmithing.
Yeah, but I went
That's
through
the-
Montana
that's it.
and it was pretty sweet.
Beautiful.
I haven't been to
beautiful.
Montana, but my grandparents have. They've showed me
I would
pictures.
love
It's
to go.
beautiful.
There's some
I would love to
excellent.
go.
It looks
You can
amazing.
go bison. You can go bison hunting up there. They don't care about cannabis use. Listen, it's A tier, man. That's A tier all the way, all day.
I'm down for A tier if you guys.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
Yeah, I want to go to Glacier. We can take the train there.
Take a train.
What the fuck state is this?
New Jersey.
Oh, Trash Central.
Yeah.
F tier.
This is where you live if you want to go to the surrounding areas, but you also want to pay like a decent amount for your housing and
This
stuff.
is where you live if you just want to consider your entire state the fucking ghetto. So
It's like I'd throw it in D because it has utility.
no.
No, there's other states around there that are nice.
Well, no. You know, here, Tyler.
Like what, Delaware?
A lot of people will live right there by New York City, and they're in a different tax bracket, right? So they'll
Yeah.
drive into New York City. They'll work in New York City. But to be fair, those type of people are losers, and I think it goes in F. Come on! If you work in New York City, you can't afford New York City.
I mean,
you're
fair.
still- you're
People
you're
just
dumb.
end up in New Jersey. So yeah.
Yeah, I knew a guy who's like, I love New
There's so many
Jersey, and
go-arounds.
I knew a guy when I went to bartending school when I was like 17, right? And he had the Confederate flag tattooed on him, and he wore bandanas everywhere he went. And he said, "I love New Jersey," and just never left that. That taste never left my mouth.
And
Connecticut. I don't know anything about Connecticut.
No,
Literally
Connecticut. Connecticut is a lot of Stephen King books are written in Connecticut.
Okay, but they could have been written in any other state.
yeah,
No. This is New England. New England is interesting. What the fuck? It goes in D, man.
Get fucked.
All right, hold on. Pull up a fucking picture. Pull up a picture of Connecticut, man. Let's look at it at least.
no one's been there.
I haven't been there.
Xander, you can write books in any state.
Well, no, they take place in. Never mind.
North Carolina. North
Beaches.
Carolina, from what I hear, is pretty all right.
D.
I would give
Isn't
it a
there a
C.
murder in Greensboro? Isn't there like a mass shooting in Greensboro?
They're everywhere.
Bowling
Xander.
green.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know nothing about. Wait, hold on. Let's look. Georgia, Tennessee. This seems like a shit state, man. I'm not a fan.
It's like the best for its class, you know?
Wait,
like
wait.
around those, right?
Doesn't it have that beach everyone goes to?
Outer
What's that
Banks.
called?
The Outer Banks.
No.
No, it's oh god, I
It's
think I
like
know.
it's like Turtle
No.
Beach or some shit. Cape Cod. That's not. Wait, where's?
I think I'd give it a solid, probably a B.
No.
Maybe a C.
Where is the B coming from? Where
B
the
or a C.
I think I think it could be C.
Are you thinking of Myrtle Beach, Xander?
Yeah. Is that North
Yeah,
Carolina?
that's pretty sweet. Is that
South.
Oh,
That's
that's South Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina is the shittier version of South Carolina. That's what it sounds like.
Good Duke University.
I don't know, man.
I think it's gonna be C or D.
I'd put it in C because I went here when I was little, and we
Did
went
you
to the
enjoy
Outer
it?
Banks, and it was amazing. Yeah,
All
Did you lose
right,
your
all right.
memory of it, Trevor?
probably.
All right, put it
Well,
in
if,
C.
you, if Trevor lost his memory, then you know that he's been traumatized as a toddler. And if he didn't, then like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you said you lost your memory of Georgia when you're younger, so that's why it goes in a.
What the fuck?
That's just
Well,
what
remember how he
happens.
said
Like,
that he doesn't
who
remember?
remembers what they did when they were 3?
Can I be honest? I remember my entire life.
I remember like.
Yeah, I remember being. I remember
small
not.
things.
But I'm also very touched, especially. I'm like an autist, so that I might be different. But you know what?
Touched
C.
especially by your uncle.
No,
Yeah,
never
that's
been,
C.
never been touched. That would have caused memory loss.
Let's shift quite swiftly along to Idaho.
All right, listen. I have a buddy. He's been to Idaho. He said it was beautiful, and he said that he
Napoleon
had.
Dynamite? That's Idaho.
There's some decent skiing there, and I mean Boise's a cheap place to move to if you want.
I love skiing. I'm a fan of potatoes. Everyone likes a baked potato. You're a sociopath if you don't love a baked potato. Put it in B. I think it's a B.
I'd say it's a C.
So it's better than Oregon.
You're being ridiculous.
No, it's not better than Oregon. No, that's absurd. It's no more than C. It's just
Look
kind
at
of
Goose recoiling at your reaction over there.
Oh, the picture of the cat, just a flex. All right, I get it. Oh, Lord of mercy. Beautiful cat, by the way. Very cute. Is it a he or her? Looks like a her. Is it a her?
Yes, that is a female cat. I don't know how you.
What's her name?
Goose.
That's a fabulous name.
Thank you. A lot of people don't like it.
No, they don't know
Arkansas.
shit. All right. What is in Arkansas? Wait,
Walmart.
Yeah,
Arkansas sounds D to me, dog.
it's F.
Really? Why?
Really?
But it brought us Walmart.
Little
Boring.
Rock. There was
Oh
nothing,
yeah.
There was nothing
Yeah,
that
nothing.
interesting in
We
Little
drove
Rock. It
through
was
it, it was
cool,
super
but
Are the walls? Wait, what are their name? Wall? I don't know. Is it the guy from Walmart? From
Walton or something like that.
Oh, Walton. Yeah, Walton. Is he from
Yes.
I was gonna say, is he from Walmart?
He's from the
Yes,
state of Walmart, which we're gonna rank eventually.
That's an F right there.
Gonna be honest with you, Walmart is one of my favorite stores. Yeah, I know it's unpopular.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Can I be honest with you? People watching is my thing, and you get the most interesting spectrum of people at Walmart. And everything is very affordable and China made. Iowa.
And my fiance's from there. I've been to Iowa.
I'm gonna say that that's a C or a B.
I don't know anything about Iowa.
Why is it C, bro? What?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of farming that happens there. I haven't been too far. I've been to Sioux City, so that's kind of.
Where one of my favorite shows? Hold on, stand by.
I don't see any redeeming qualities coming out of this.
Hold on.
Only memorable thing about Iowa, we only remember that we have Iowa once every year during the primary for caucuses.
Throw it in C tier.
No. This is a D.
This is D.
No, it's not.
Wait, have we done Wyoming yet?
What's good about it?
Have you been there?
Have we done Wyoming yet?
No.
Oh, Wyoming is Longmire and Three Dog. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
about
okay, I could do C, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have.
I don't give a fuck about Iowa.
I have no opinion of Iowa at
That's
all.
an N
I'd
for
throw it
me,
in
dog.
C.
Wait. So 4 out of 5 of us are saying N.
Yeah,
We'll put it in N. Spare us the.
we can redo N at the very
I
end.
mean, he has more of an opinion on New Jersey.
You've been to Kansas.
Tennessee.
Pretty good.
Trevor and
Tennessee
Kean, you
whiskey.
guys.
Yeah,
It's
I would
good.
say it's solid. Maybe like a B.
I liked
Uh,
Tennessee from what I
Kentucky.
saw,
Is
especially.
Kentucky,
I
wait,
haven't been there.
Kentucky its own state? No, Kentucky is where whiskey comes from. I don't give a fuck about Tennessee. Well, to be fair,
Country music.
Yeah,
Oh wait, isn't Mark Twain from Tennessee? Hold on, let me Google it. If Mark
Yeah,
Twain's from
you got
Tennessee,
country music over there.
no,
So
give me a fucking second, man.
I would allow Tennessee to go up to a B maximum, and that's because of Memphis.
Mark Twain is
Yeah,
uh, American writer, humorist, entrepreneur. I don't give a fuck about who he is. Where's he from? Hold on.
Why do
Oh
you-
my God.
Memphis doesn't seem like too bad of a place, you know.
Just like
It's pretty bad.
He was
It
born
is?
in
Yeah.
Missouri.
It was
All
horrific.
right, I don't give a fuck about Tennessee. There's
Yep.
no redeeming qualities for me.
Its downtown was all right, but its urban areas were comparable to
Atlanta.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good example. It looked really, really awfully run down.
Was it like Baltimore?
Yes,
love
yes,
Baltimore.
Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore obviously has its own distinct way of looking run down, but Memphis definitely was comparable.
Wait, where's Baltimore? Where I've been to Baltimore.
Maryland.
You know what's so interesting is I don't even remember what state it was in.
You were traumatized, that's why.
No, I went to Edgar Allan Poe's house. It was really
Where's-
fucking sick.
Or
I went to his house. It was
You
really
guys have
it's-
you guys have drove through there, you have an opinion.
probably a C.
Why are
I
we
know,
getting
probably a
B?
B, yeah,
Hold on.
B.
Why?
Oh, shit, what'd I do that for?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, it's definitely a C. It has no redeeming quality.
No, it was nice when I drove there.
C
It's got
doesn't
some
mean
nice
no redeeming
area.
qualities. F is no redeeming qualities.
You
I
know
don't
what the fuck? All right, you know I'll let you have your B. I really don't have enough.
I feel like Tennessee has enough
All right, it's got
cultural
the juice.
relevance.
It's got the juice. Go to the next one.
Got the juice.
South Dakota.
I've been here as well. South
Pull-
Dakota's
pull up the
actually
map.
pretty fun.
Can you pull
South
up the
Dakota's
map?
fun.
Hold on, everyone. I don't know where this is. Pull up the map.
How do you not know where South Dakota is?
Doesn't matter. Where
It's
You
west of
failure.
Minnesota, east of like
Oh,
Wyoming.
it's not even North Dakota. Listen,
I've been here. I've spent a few days there. It's actually pretty fun. So
Yeah, I've driven through there. I thought it was all right.
Okay.
I wouldn't really give it more than a B.
the weather's crazy for one, and there's a lot of flat land in the center. But I stayed in Deadwood, which is in the Black Hills on the western side.
Tyler,
there's-
write us a dollar.
It's like a resort. It's like a resort city with gambling there. It's like a mini Vegas almost. That's how I saw it.
Is that right?
But in the hills and the forest, so with better scenery.
does it have the heads? The heads of the
It's
Hokages?
got the heads of
It's got the heads of the Hokage. All
And,
right.
and Sioux Falls is
You know
Sioux
what?
Falls is actually a nice place.
Rushmore.
If I were to live there, I'd live in Sioux Falls. I wouldn't mind it. I'd give it.
Stayed overnight in Sioux Falls, and it was
Yeah.
Got Hashirami, Tobirama, you know, got Minato. This is good news. Go ahead and put it there. All right, B class for sure.
I'm
fair.
not accepting lower than B.
Vermont.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie
Ice
Sanders,
cream.
or anyone else.
Not a fan of
That's
Bernie
it.
Sanders, but that's all right.
See, okay, 2020 Bernie is a whole different thing. So it gets bumped
Okay.
down a tier.
Hold on. Where is Vermont? Go ahead and pull up the.
Yeah, like I don't really know where Vermont.
It's next to
Yes.
New Hampshire and next
You know
to.
what?
Ben
but
and
I-
Jerry's.
To be fair, I'm a
Okay, it's
mad-
like it's Massachusetts, and then you go the other way, and then you see the two little babies. Yeah.
It's one of the
yeah,
babies.
Yeah.
You know what? New England. I'm a fan of
Yin
New
and
England.
yang.
I like New England. Anything New England, I'm a fan of. So you know what? It could be a C or above, but it can't be A or above.
Yeah, I guess a C. I just know nothing.
I'd give it a C. From what I know about it and from what I've seen, I'd probably toss it.
I've read a lot about
Toss
it.
it in
Pretty
there.
good.
Really?
Is that right?
Good place to live.
All right. So we have one person saying it's a good place to live. Let's see. I don't like how you laid the picture over that.
Dude,
Yeah,
Deal with it.
my OCD is
Kentucky.
triggering.
it's
North
shaped like a
Kentucky.
fried
Kentucky
chicken.
straight bourbon whiskey.
Oh
baby.
my god, it's a drumstick.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
S
it should
tier.
be.
It looks like a drumstick, so S tier.
It has Ohio River, but it's not
That
in
is
Ohio. Oh, you know what?
But it's like saying Mississippi, even though it goes through like 12 states. Oh, it's next to Mississippi River, but it's not Mississippi State.
Louisville. You know what? Listen, Prohibition didn't do shit on Kentucky. Go ahead and put it in B or above, man.
What?
I don't know anything about Kentucky.
Yeah.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, man.
Maybe an N? I mean, Trevor, do you know anything about Kentucky?
Not really.
Whiskey.
Actually,
What are you guys
hold up.
talking about?
I mean, I don't know if
I
this is
hate
like
whiskey.
good or bad for me, but
You like vodka though. What's wrong with you?
I do like vodka and I like tequila.
no, because
Put it
The
in
only
F
whiskey I
with
like
them,
is
please.
Fireball, and then all the other whiskeys I can't drink.
Tyler, I'm gonna unhear that. Hold on, let me use the dagger of
Tyler,
time.
you voted for the whiskey that they like put sugar in.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
What whiskey?
Fireball. It's like
Oh,
they
well,
ground
yeah.
up Red Hots and put it
Listen,
in.
Wild Turkey is from
Well,
Kentucky.
yeah.
I like all the best
Fireball's,
whiskey.
Fireball's fine.
This is so frustrating to me.
I
Just
think
don't put it in F class. No, whiskey.
Xander, you don't respect whiskey considering you shattered a glass.
It's my favorite alcohol. But to be fair, I'm not drinking alcohol, but I still want to represent.
You not favorite, not good enough to protect a specialized whiskey glass
Shut
though.
the fuck up. That was so embarrassing. Can you put it in D at least?
B.
Oh,
We can do B.
D. No, D is in Delta. It
Oh,
doesn't have
D.
to be
D is in.
I would take B. If you want to give it a B, I'll give it a B.
I don't know. I think N. I don't know shit about
No,
Kentucky.
what the fuck is going on right now?
So, I'll say this: it's
All right.
dumb, nerdy air freight shit. If you order an Amazon package and it's coming from a supplier on the East Coast, 99% of the time it's going through here because
That's cool
Covington is in Kentucky, and that's CVG, which is the DHL Amazon hub. So
All right. That was some fucking cool ass information we just learned about Kentucky. So definitely puts it in B.
That bumps it to S tier, guys.
I'm down with B. I can do B.
Drumstick
Okay,
and
so-
cool information, S tier.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
listen. There's a lot of breweries you can go to and visit. Their factories in Kentucky.
All I know about Kentucky is one time I can't.
What is this shit? New Hampshire? What the fuck is in New Hampshire? That's gonna be New England, right?
Yeah, it's right
That's
next to Vermont.
the twin of Vermont.
It's the yin to Vermont's yang.
But is it better than Vermont?
No.
It's the
Is it-
same.
All right, it goes the same place. We'll make it easy. But I know the quality of life is super high in Montana, so at least we got. You know what? We might need to bump it to S.
What, to Montana? We'll think about that because that puts Montana at the same level as Hawaii, and
Dude,
have-
the quality of life in
we
Montana.
we have to
Super
be
high.
careful about something like that.
I know. You're,
Yeah, that's
you're
a
right.
scary thing.
All right.
S.
What's so great about dumb old Texas?
You know what? I've lived in Texas when I was like 2 years old, and I have to say, I've been to the Alamo. I have an ancestor who died in the Alamo, and I'm going to say it right now, Texas for life. I'm not even living in Texas. That's an S for me, dog.
Texas is great. Like it's only one of the few states I could probably
Can you make it
tolerate living
bigger?
in.
Can you make it bigger though?
No, I'll make
It's
it.
got an ego.
Yeah, it has to be bigger than all the other states.
Size. Yeah, perfect.
It has to say fuck you,
Yeah,
right?
on top of what? Yeah, perfect.
I really appreciate that, Trevor.
Oklahoma.
It's fucking boring.
F.
There's a
Yeah.
song. Oh,
Right,
Trevor?
Wait, hold on.
Trevor, do people even
like-
live in Oklahoma?
It was like weird. No one
I can
lives
I can personally attest that when me and Kian crossed the border from Oklahoma into Texas, it went from like a gloomy overcast and into a sunny sunshine. It was a lot brighter and nicer. So Oklahoma clearly has some sort of cursed aspect to it, which I'm not, totally versed on.
You know, I don't know anything about Oklahoma except the song. And the
It's-
song,
North shitty Texas. Everything you don't like about Texas. Is in
yeah,
Oklahoma.
it sounds like a D. It sounds like a D. It doesn't sound like an F, but it doesn't sound any better than F.
I think I'm gonna.
think
I'm
it's
gonna try
F.
to say F.
I'm F.
You guys went there and it was abandoned.
You know what? If we have people who have been in Oklahoma and they say shit, it's an F.
What people? You should see the pictures that Trevor and Kean
Yeah,
sent.
there's no fucking people except for others who passed through.
Oklahoma City was the weirdest city I've ever been to. It was cool though.
It's
Just-
cursed.
It was eerie. It was literally like a ghost town. It was
To be
strange.
fair, I've greyhounded through the country, and I don't really remember the states now, and I wish I did.
Yo.
Well,
Wow.
you used a Greyhound, which is your first mistake.
Sure.
I greyhounded
Put
from
it down.
Phoenix to New
Put
York.
it down.
I greyhounded from Phoenix to it was like 4 days, and I was worried I was gonna get murdered, and I just didn't sleep for 4 days. Mississippi,
I
huh?
think Yana's
So
going
this is
on F.
this is a worse Alabama. So put it in F tier.
I hate all of these type of states. Yeah, not a fan.
A worse Alabama. And
Down in the
with
bayou.
that, if you guys are fine with putting Alabama in D tier,
Where is Alabama?
in
It's an
N for some reason.
Alabama's an F.
Oh.
No, Mississippi's an F. Alabama's a D.
Just
I
put
don't
it in
think
F.
states should be an N. Like, we all know something about a state.
This
Yeah,
is
I've
true.
Been to
Association.
Iowa, and I'm going there again this year.
I also agree. We shouldn't have. But can we do the N at the very end? Can we all agree to redo N? This is just like a
We
placeholder.
can do it. Let's put Alabama in D. Alabama has a few redeeming qualities.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Tyler, shut the fuck up. We're gonna do it at the end. Oh God, he got what he
Get
wanted.
fucked.
I love competition. You know what? I was born here, and it's all hill folk. It's all hillbillies.
Trevor lived here for a long time.
No.
Oh, didn't you?
There's
Oh,
a-
I don't
Not
know.
my
I don't know.
grandparents. I have grandparents who live
Okay,
here.
I don't know very many people that actually liked living in Ohio that were from there.
I will tell you, Columbus is a very interesting city, but it's truly just hillbillies shooting guns and living in trailer parks, and it's super fucking muggy. And you know what? It's not horrible because it gave me life, right? But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, it gave me my early childhood. I remember being 4 years old. I remember a couple memories there, and I'd say it's C or B. I'd say B. No, it's not on the same rank as Alaska. It's C.
that's a C. What do you think, Trevor?
I think it's truly just middle of the.
I don't have
fucking
much
line.
of an opinion on this one.
Trevor, if you're
For
on
the
a B, I'm okay with.
for the hillbilly
Columbus-
perception, Toledo is totally not like that. But
Columbus is very civilized.
I
Columbus
would
is very
I would
civilized.
put it in C as well, except Ohio is home to Cedar Point, which is
Cedar Point is awesome.
yes.
Oh.
So on that
Yeah.
basis, I would bump it up to a B.
Yeah. Can I be honest? What's that super fucking tall roller coaster they got? I went
Top
on that.
Thrill Dragster.
Yeah, it's super sick. Super sick. All right. You know what? Thank you for giving my birthplace of love.
Michigan.
cool.
Continuing the
Michigan.
Great Lakes saga.
Listen, I think I've been to Michigan recently, and I think I visited Catherine's mom, and I told her that she was a bitch. You know what? I don't think I'm a fan of Michigan.
Also, they have Detroit over there,
Yeah,
and they have
no, okay.
they have Flint water. What the hell is that?
I would be willing to give it a C or a D because Detroit exists strictly for you to fly into cheaper so that you can go to other parts of the Mideast.
Let's do.
It's a
Or
utility
Canada.
state. No, it's a utility state. Sounds good. That's what Georgia's a utility state. Let's put it in D.
D?
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
utility state.
Okay. That sounds good.
Sounds good to me, man.
That sounds good.
No.
Nebraska.
Literally, who?
It's
I feel
it's
like-
okay.
I
It's
don't know.
okay. It's better than Kansas. It's like a more fun Kansas.
I've never been to Nebraska. It sounds like shit.
Just average.
I feel like
Most of it kind of is. Most of it.
yeah, but you don't want to live in an average state. Like, this is quality of life. Like, where would we live if we had to enter the right protection program, right?
Is it Ambo? from Nebraska?
Ambo's
No, where'd you get that idea from? He's from
He's from
Arizona.
Arizona. He's from
Which one
Arizona.
of those weirdos?
That's Scorp.
Why are you trying to put that in shit in
okay.
C?
Should ask him.
No, I'm
Why you
waiting for
tripping that
y'all's. I'm waiting for y'all's.
It sounds like a D to me. It doesn't
Yeah,
sound like
D.
an F.
No, I'd put it in. I'd put it in. Well,
Huh?
yeah, I guess we can throw it in.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion. If Tyler has a strong opinion,
You know
I'd
what?
I'd put it in D only because I'd put Kansas in F tier.
Okay. This, by the way, I fucking love doing Missouri. Everyone I've
Oh,
known
I've
from
been there.
Missouri,
I've been there.
I drove
Oh.
through it, but I don't have too much of an opinion on it.
every single motherfucker that I've met in Missouri is like super religious, and it spooks me to my core.
So
what is your opinion, yeah?
St.
Yeah.
Louis sucks. He said Yana. St. Louis sucks. It's like Baltimore a little bit more classy. I've stopped a lot along the way. Drove from Texas to Missouri, like to St. Louis. Stopped at like weird little places like Joplin, Missouri, the heroin capital of America. Very interesting.
Didn't it
Met
get
some-
annihilated by a tornado as well?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. I think it did.
I hear
Some like really misshapen looking trucker people everywhere. Oh,
Misshapen? You mean like the Wojaks that we posted earlier?
Misshapen is the nicest thing I've ever heard someone say for someone who's fucking ugly. That's great.
So I drove through Missouri, and I didn't really want to stop. So I mean, I stopped once. Like my experience in Missouri is like I ate Panda Express and then I moved on.
So what would you rate it, Yana?
Everyone who tells me that lives in Missouri,
Zero.
like, the weather
Give it a
is
D for
topsy turvy. It felt like an F.
Or F? Yeah.
Misshapen, just like the state.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
we're saying F.
I think we're saying F. I hear everyone in Missouri move out
Do you
of
want to?
Missouri.
Do you want to get annihilated by a tornado? I think
Oh,
I'd put it in F tier.
Fucking horrible, man. I went to a Jamaican restaurant like the other day, and the cook kept going, "Brutta!" And I just thought that was really funny. I just had to share that with you guys. Oh.
Ooh.
Minnesota.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
like we're getting a lot of the.
I hear it's actually kind of fun there as well.
It's excellent. It's probably my favorite state.
Something
Yeah,
about
I really
those
do.
like northern Midwest states.
I'm a massive fan of Northern Midwest. I haven't
I
been
think
to
it's
half
probably
of
the
it.
best of the northern Midwest states. Yeah.
I haven't been there, but I want to go.
Give it an A. There's no reason to put it in S, but A is a solid.
It's got like a
I
very.
feel, where's the place with the cheese?
Oh, that's
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wyoming. Yeah, Wisconsin.
All right.
Not
I
Wyoming.
hear. Hold on. Yeah.
Wyoming.
All right. This is
Wyoming.
I'm a fan.
It's one of the squares.
It's an A. It's an
One of
A
the
for
squares.
sure, man. It's an
But
A
this one
for
has
sure,
Yellowstone,
man.
right?
I'm a
Yeah, it
massive
does.
fan of Wyoming. It's an A or an S.
You got
Ooh.
Yellowstone. You got the outdoors. You got cheap living.
Longmire takes place there, man. You got
Got the
some,
Wyoming incident.
What is that?
What Wyoming?
that spooks me to my core. I just hyper focused there for a second. What happened?
Wait, you've never heard of it?
No, what? No one's heard of it.
So, like, I don't know, in the 80s or 90s, someone hacked all the TVs and showed, like, weird shit on the TVs, and it's creepy.
Was it the guy with the mask?
Holy shit.
And also,
Isn't that the
and
plot of Incredibles
Wyoming
2?
has, like, 300,000 people, which is, I don't know.
That's
I
like
feel-
nothing. Shit.
So that means that just means that you can
They
get
have a
more for your money.
They have a massive Blackfoot population, Native Americans, which is really cool. Tons of
I've
reservations.
looked at houses there, and you can buy a goddamn like
Listen.
5-bedroom house for the same price as a condo here in Arizona.
For Forever West, man. I'm a massive fan of the cowboy lifestyle and the mindset and freedom. I'd say it's an S or an A.
I'd throw it an A.
I'd throw it in
Yeah, A.
at least
A
A.
is good.
Man, I could list the same kind of good shit about Vermont and New Hampshire. And I
Yeah, but
would
that doesn't
change
have
everything.
like big old space and
Yeah, I guess
cowboys
not.
and shit.
Pretty
How,
much.
you
The
know,
West is a whole different vibe, though,
well,
entirely.
Cheese.
Here's the cheese here.
Butter
Cheese.
world.
It should be probably one
B.
below Minnesota.
I'm gonna say B.
I don't have an opinion.
No, there's cheese.
I went through there. It was fine.
Cheese? Well, cheese is S tier of a food.
By the way,
So
the cheese there is really fucking expensive.
I had cheese there. It was good.
Okay, we went over the border. Maryland
Maryland
fucking sucks.
Maryland is
Maryland's
kinda
one
weird.
big ghetto. Like honestly, even the nice parts, they're just like
Wait. What's
there's only
in
one
Maryland?
nice county.
Is it New Orleans in Maryland? Wait, no, that's
What
in.
the
Dumbass,
fuck?
it's in Louisiana.
She's not wrong. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really enjoyed.
Oh, I like how you got the
Cheyenne.
picture. That's nice. You can kind of see like the districts moving
Yeah,
around.
those are fucked. Look at
Yeah,
that.
that's fucked. And it's for Democrats too. And it's not like Republicans doing this shit.
Not a fan.
Yeah, Maryland sucks. Trevor's been to Maryland.
Trevor, what do you think? F.
I mean, the school was nice.
What the fuck? I can't redeem it. Just dog on it, man.
Pennsylvania.
Pretty good.
The
Capital
Office.
of the Amish.
The fucking Office, man. The Office takes place in Pennsylvania. The Office is a great show. Maybe I am a normie. But you know what?
Always sucks.
What?
They have a lot of toll roads. You know, like half the freeways are like pay $5 to use this.
This
freeway.
is, yeah. Oh, God, it's so fucking bad. But, like, you know what I like about Pennsylvania? Here's my little filibuster. I'm from upstate New York, right? Not the ghetto part of, like, not New York City, but upstate New York. Pennsylvania is just essentially all upstate New York. So I'd say it's at least like a C or a B. And The Office takes place there, and they have Wegmans. You don't get Wegmans
So it's
anywhere else.
upstate New York with Wegmans in the Office. So B tier.
B tier, yeah.
Pretty good.
I love Wegmans, man. Tyler, you ever go to like a state with Wegmans? Get Wegmans. Go to Wegmans.
To know.
West
West
Virginia.
This
I've
does
been there
nothing
a couple
for me.
times. Or, wait, just once.
It's
Does it have really anything redeeming about it other than
I really fucking hate its shape. I fucking hate its shape. Ugh.
yeah,
Disgusting.
what the hell? Like
What
talk
the fuck
about
is going on?
Is this the new Ambo?
This is fucking vile. This is misshapen. Oh.
misshapen. So
the joke
the truck drivers.
the joke between Virginia and West Virginia is like they send all the dumb people from Virginia to West Virginia.
Yeah,
I mean,
it sounds like a fucking F.
I wouldn't move there.
I've killed myself before I moved. Bro.
I don't really have an opinion on West
I
Virginia.
don't feel like it would take a lot, but
Go ahead and give it the F.
Wait, didn't you drive through it?
No, we managed
Oh,
to avoid.
damn.
We managed to avoid it. Yeah.
all right, that's an
Wow.
A.
Yeah.
I love the.
I'm really enjoying living here so far.
I visited almost a ton of islands in Washington, and I typically have no empathy, but it moved me to tears.
Why?
I don't know, born that way.
Just like the landscape and
Was it the
the
homeless people?
I love
No,
the islands.
you mean like the mountains and the clouds and the.
No, look at Seattle, and then look at all the islands. Beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to go off.
Seattle's pretty
West.
great.
I've been there. I visited an ex-girlfriend's family on the islands, and it's really interesting. I saw a giant fucking ship on land, and I saw like a massive harbor full of ships, and I ate excellent seafood, and I walked and saw art, and I really enjoyed it.
Bro,
And I
that's the
also-
worst part of Washington.
What?
I also saw Seattle too.
Well, Yana just hates cities, so don't listen to her.
I also saw Seattle, but to be fair, I wasn't a fan of Seattle. There were so fucking homeless people. It was disgusting. But
Oh, that's why they export them to Arizona.
it's
What?
true.
No, you export them to us.
No, there's fucking tents.
That's the joke.
Every homeless person is like, I'm just trying to get something to go back to Seattle because they sent me here.
This is the truth. I'm not gonna lie, Tyler's dead. Yeah, I'm from Washington. I fed a homeless guy the other day because he bugged me like 5 fucking times for the pizza. I forgot what that pizza place is called. I said, "Listen, man, you gotta get off heroin." And I sat him down and told him to get a call center job. And he was from Washington. You know what? It could be an A class.
Yeah, A probably, I guess. Although, I mean, yeah.
No bias.
Yeah. Is it worse than
Ooh, gotcha.
Texas? I don't know.
Yes.
It's got less character than Texas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, it doesn't belong in S tier. S tier is reserved.
No, there's too many homeless for
Reserved for
Well, Massachusetts is pretty good.
Yeah, I've only been to Boston, really.
Cambridge too.
See, this small area like Connecticut,
Oh,
Massachusetts,
Oh,
Rhode Island, I don't have too much of an
it
opinion.
has Boston.
It's got Boston.
If it's got
Aston.
Boston, that's
They
pretty
actually have
interesting.
an accent. It's weird.
Sounds like a C or a B.
The fuck?
What?
The fucking greatest minds of our generation are currently in Cambridge. I think it's an A or an S.
I'm not a fan of the college institution though. In all, I don't believe
there's
it's
4
college.
of us. Or 5 of us here.
All right.
I don't know.
I'm
Give
gonna
it
say
a B or a
Boston.
B, I guess.
I like it for Boston though. I'd say I like it for Boston. They
Yeah,
have a
everybody
really
likes Boston.
interesting accent. Matt Damon's from Boston. Ben Affleck's from Boston.
Yeah, when
And,
people ask,
Matt Damon's. Listen, I love Wilfred. Loves Ben Affleck, or not the other one, Matt Damon. You ever see Wilfred? That's a good show. I'd say B.
yeah, when people ask you where are the car keys, you don't know whether it's their car keys or their khakis. So it's
Well,
S tier.
also history, Mayflower and shit.
Oh yeah, that's very cool. That's very
The
cool.
historical
They got
stuff,
Plymouth.
which hey,
they got Plymouth. That for sure.
we ranked game consoles for historical content that played a part in it too.
I would say an A. I think
Plymouth
it's as
Rock.
good as all the
Yeah,
A's.
Plymouth Rock is there, and Boston. There's a lot of history.
Yeah, we actually went to Plymouth Rock. It was
By
pretty boring.
accident, actually.
Plymouth Rock sucks.
It was just kind of like a place.
Wait, where's Roanoke?
Virginia.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's ways to the south.
all right.
Wait, is Roanoke that colony that failed and they all ate each other?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they ate each other.
I
S
think-
tier colony right there.
So where are we putting this? B or A?
That sounds like a B to me, man.
Sounds like
B.
See, I was thinking A. So, Trevor, I think you're the tiebreaker.
I don't have any goddamn opinion of the state. I have never been here.
It's
Have you
just
heard of
exactly. There's never any reason for you to go there.
I don't
But
really.
if you lived in the Northeast, would you live here over the other states?
If you're gonna ask me about like the historical context, I
Well, not-
honestly, I
Well, I
don't-
mean,
Yeah.
the rest of you guys.
I think I would absolutely.
Yeah, more so than all
More
of them.
so, but I don't know. I would live in Montana and fucking Wyoming in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you know, that's-
You know
I
what
would
mean?
absolutely not want to live in Massachusetts. Really, any
Okay,
of the
Maybe
eastern
it goes.
states.
Maybe it goes in
like,
B then.
Maybe I think it's a B. Like I think most reasonably, but there's a
too
lot of
many
history there.
contemplated.
Oh, that's
yeah.
We just gotta compress them, you see.
S rank for me, dog.
Oh my god.
I
Dude,
was.
I've been to Florida twice, and it just feels like a simulation of America.
So I was born there, so it bumps it up a tier.
Listen, it's by the Bermuda Triangle. It's an S rank.
Because of the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, and because Hurricane Katrina was hilarious.
Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely S tier.
I'd give
By
it
the
like an
way,
A or an S,
I
but I
did
would
a-
never
I
live
did
there.
I did a whole bunch of research about Hurricane Katrina and like the levees, and like everyone was warning these people for like 50 years to fucking fix that shit, and they were just like, "It's all right, it's fine," and they just never fixed it. And they
You
all
can't
died.
forget the Florida man memes. So
Oh yeah, the meth addiction is just the ketamine, right? And the bath salts and listen, alligators live there, which is cool as fuck. Pythons live there because people had them as pets and they fucking went wild.
but
They
you don't want
escaped.
that.
No,
Yeah,
that's
give
cool.
it an S. Give it an S.
It's cool as fuck.
Australia of America.
They
S
they have
tier.
the,
I'd give it a
they have
solid
the-
A.
They have the dolphin.
No, the
too.
humidity fucking sucks there with all the heat all the time. It's like Arizona.
Beaches.
Yeah, no, honestly,
hot,
it does
but-
suck to actually be there. Put it A.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Hawaii
It's
is
worse
cheap,
than
though.
Florida.
Get fucked, Xander.
I'll take the L. I'll take the L.
Ah,
DC.
Okay, yeah, I have a dream.
I almost went there once.
I liked living near there. It was fine.
The Illuminati. It's the home of the Illuminati, so it's kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
The home of the Illuminati is
Don't act like you don't know
Bavaria.
what's up.
I watched a couple documentaries of that shit, and I can't tell if it's real or not. You know, typically
not.
I can tell.
Spoiler alert,
aliens
it's
are-
not.
I can tell what?
Spoiler alert, it's not.
I can tell you aliens probably aren't real, but the Illuminati might be.
Aliens probably are. Illuminati's probably not.
All right, this is gonna be conspiracy theories next month. That's what's gonna happen.
F tier because Xander wants it somewhere that isn't F tier.
I don't think it's F tier quality.
Okay, Trevor, you've actually been there. What do you
Yeah.
think?
It's nice.
I like it.
It's really
But
lovely.
guys, Congress likes to go there.
No, that's my
Good.
thoughts immediately is thinking about Washington D.C. is that it is the home of the seat of one of the greatest governmental institutions established in the world.
Oh, I love Germany.
And you can look at that as two things. You can say this is the government that has propelled us into today, or you can look at it as this is the government that is holding back our generation. So,
I don't think it's.
I
holding
think-
back
But I also
anything.
hear it's also kind of mediocre to live there at the same time.
well, that's
Yeah.
kind of an aside because like if you live there, it's because you're a government official or something. Like I wouldn't live there for the sake of living there. I would live there
I don't-
because
I
I'm
don't
in the
think
government.
But are you
Most
going to be in the
government
government?
people don't actually live in DC. They live in Northern Virginia
Or Maryland.
or
Yeah,
Maryland.
they don't want to live there.
So there's people.
Normal,
They just go there,
yeah, normal
cause,
people.
cause problems, and then leave.
There's a C.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty average. It's not good or bad.
Fallout 3 takes place here, so I'm
Oh,
a
S,
fan.
okay, S tier. You've convinced me, Xander.
And we do really? We're gonna give it the C treatment? You know what? It's a C. It's a C. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Memes aside,
Memes
C tier.
aside.
No,
Oh yeah, we got that Roswell.
Did
Yeah.
you say Roswell?
dude, Roswell's
That's in New Mexico.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
you're mixing everything
No,
up,
it's
Xander. You should.
Listen, my brain is misshapen.
You're
I'm
thinking
misshapen,
of
just like some of these states here.
you're thinking of Nellis Air Force Base.
Yeah, Lake Tahoe is here.
Lake
right?
Tahoe is Lake Tahoe is mostly in California, but
Yeah.
Nevada is home
You
to
know what?
Reno and Las Vegas.
I love Reno 911. One of my
Las
favorite
Vegas
shows.
is mediocre,
Yeah, this is like a D or a C.
Yeah, F.
and I don't gamble, and you guys know why.
I
I don't know why.
Ice Wolf.
I
luck.
do. I was gonna say. No, I would not. I would otherwise put this in D or F, but it does have Highway 50, which is probably one of the most amazing drives that you can ever do.
Hey, we can't forget the great Area 51 massacre of 2019.
Oh yeah.
All that Naruto running, I think S tier.
I don't. It's definitely listen. It's definitely not. Let me say. It's definitely F. It's definitely not A. It's definitely not F. So it's D, C.
But
or
most
B, right?
most of the states
It's not
is
B.
just like
It's not B.
nothing.
I'd say it's C. I'd say it's C because it's not D.
Bro, it's F.
Why do you hate Nevada so much?
Las Vegas is degenerate.
It is, but I mean,
I love degeneracy. I
But
love-
even
Just
the
like-
degenerate aspects of it is
Are
mediocre.
fun. What?
like
Yeah,
Las,
I'm
Las
saying
Vegas,
D.
even though Las Vegas does stand for gambling, it is honestly a spectacle to behold.
You don't have
if
to
you,
do
if you
de-
go there.
No.
Another thing, it's not a
Stars.
spectacle. It's a spectacle if you are if you're there on vacation for like a couple days, but anything
Alright.
longer than that,
You got
Yeah.
it all wrong.
It's like
big
it's
hosses there. There's Pawn Stars, man.
you don't have to do degenerate things there. You can go watch shows and do other stuff like that.
Listen,
So.
Pawn Stars.
It's the first thing I'm
Pawn
gonna
Stars.
Stars.
president.
Best,
gonna
best, I
read
can,
over that.
best I can do for that is a C tier.
No, yeah, Nevada.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. It's a C tier. I'm agreeing. It's a C tier.
Nevada exists next to California, and that
I
is
don't
all
know.
it can
I never
answer
thought
to in its place in the world. It literally doesn't mean anything else to anybody. It's
I
just
never thought I would get emotional about a C tier, but I got emotional. Nah, I don't give a.
Now this is a
Right.
significantly worse version of South Dakota. So
Okay.
throw it in F tier because you don't even want to live there.
Look at the fucking
Next to
picture.
Canada.
It looks like
Not a
shit
good
too.
one.
Wait, how fast is the highway? Is that 85?
There's nothing good
It
about
does.
North Dakota.
No,
Well, that's the
no,
interstate.
I'm pretty sure that says Highway 85 and not speed limit 85.
So remember all the fun things about like the northern part of the Midwest. Well, this has none of it up here. This is like the leftover territory of the U.S. and they just didn't know what to do with.
Oh yeah.
It's North Dakota. Put it in F tier.
The only fun fact I've got to sway opinions is it's
Get
the home
fucked, North
of
Dakota.
Eulalilia, that one guy that you guys.
Doesn't matter. Put it in F tier.
Get fucked, North Dakota.
That's not really a good thing.
He can just
I
move
suppose
out of
not,
North
yeah.
Look at,
Dakota.
look at the bullet
Oh.
holes. Look at the bullet holes on that fucking sign.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Texas
Yeah.
would have more.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know. 2 below South Dakota. Where do we put South Dakota?
F.
F.
South Dakota.
There's no utility.
South Dakota is good.
South Dakota.
North Dakota is not.
Listen,
South
there's no,
Dakota
listen,
belongs.
D is
South
utility.
Dakota belongs in
Yeah,
Yeah,
is the
put it in
consensus.
F, man.
North
Put it in
Dakota
F.
belongs
Put
in
it
F.
in F. Put it in F. Put it in F. There's
F.
utility. There's no utility.
There's no redeeming qualities.
Damn.
All right,
Yes.
that's
Colorado is solid.
I have never been
Colorado's
there.
A. Colorado's
But I'm
A for
assuming it's
sure.
A.
Beautiful hunting and beautiful hiking and skiing and oh god, beautiful everything. Fishing.
Okay. Out of all the Western states, Colorado is the outdoors state.
Correct.
If I had to
It
choose.
is. And you could smoke weed legally there. I don't
Yeah,
even smoke
and
weed.
there's a lot of good skiing there too. Some of the best skiing in the U.S. And
I love
the vibe
skiing.
of it is chill. It's
Everyone
doesn't-
who moves
yeah.
to Arizona from Colorado back to Colorado.
yeah, Colorado is solid. Like other than the price of housing that's been going up, like you want to live there.
Yeah, this is the case.
I was gonna say I've never been to Colorado, but I technically did go.
Is
Good.
that right?
Oh, did you do a connecting flight into Denver or something?
Well, no, you and I, we all went to Four Corners, remember?
Oh, that doesn't
So
count.
that kind of counts.
It's-
You guys, like, roll around on
the ground.
grass.
most of Colorado really, like, because I have a step grandmother who lives in Fort Collins, and it's pretty
What?
it's spectacular. It's
It's
I don't know.
spectacular.
it's like
So
a
going-
it's
going
like a
to Fort-
nicer it's like the nice part of the Rockies.
So going to Four Corners, like, so your experience is like your left leg was in Colorado or something like that.
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
Like we were
So how
we
was
were able to lay down on our back and have each limb be in all 4 states.
so how was it like how did your left leg feel about being in Colorado?
I think it felt a little bit better.
Huh. Yeah, definitely A tier.
All the scratches healed.
Virginia. So I lived
good.
here for 3 years, and I would say it's like a B or a C.
Sounds like shit.
And it's pretty good.
It's fine.
Good camping.
It's fine
But
camping.
there's good camping everywhere else.
Yeah, it's no better than anywhere else.
From what I saw, Kian, I would imagine myself getting pretty bored of living here very quickly, unless I had a really, really good paying job.
Why would we put it in B if we don't want to live there? Like that doesn't make any sense.
It wasn't bad. Like it was fine.
I
There was
really,
no-
really didn't like the fact that there were tolls literally every 5 minutes.
Listen, give me something else. Like you got to give me something else that's there.
next to DC. It's basically a suburb for DC.
Yeah, that sounds like
Northern
shit.
Virginia has.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
then, yeah,
that can be
we're-
looked at as 2 different ways.
You got to give me something else, man.
D.
But look at the places of borders. You have Maryland, Delaware.
I don't give a
almost.
fuck about. I don't give a fuck about the boy.
The border
Well,
dogs.
exactly.
It's
It's
inside.
shit.
Don't we?
No.
Do you want?
It sounds like an F tier. It's not even utility.
It's not.
I will say,
It's
like,
not
kind of.
actively annoying.
I will say that after we got out of the city area, it was kind of good. It wasn't extremely pretty, but it was kind of cool.
It's scenic.
A little bit scenic. It was like kind of mountainous because you're getting up
Yeah,
into the
Mildly,
Appalachians.
Like the
mildly
West
scenic
kind of
compared to
has
all the
mountains.
other scenic states we have everywhere else.
Yeah, that's actually true.
D or a C. I don't know.
I
It's
would
not
be
like
willing to
that.
give it a C, but I would mostly
Who
want.
the, what
Let's
the
go with
fuck?
D.
It doesn't sound like a C to me. It doesn't sound horrible,
Yeah,
but it
that's it.
doesn't
Come
sound
on,
like
come
a
on.
state of
Well,
me.
okay, now let's do a quick comparison. So, Michigan, Virginia, and
Yeah.
Michigan.
Same.
No.
Yeah, same.
Same thing.
Really?
Same.
That's.
No,
Well,
no.
hold on. It's better than Georgia. Probably better than Kansas.
Let's give it a C
Probably
because
better than
I
Nebraska.
feel like
You're putting it on the same fucking rank as Nevada?
Yeah, dude.
Washington D.C.
Be above it.
What the? I'm gonna exit. I'm so fucking frustrated with this
Yeah,
ranking.
you know.
It wouldn't be the
ranking
first
makes me-
time that we hit a rage quitter partially or temporarily.
Wait. We can't. Why are we moving on? That shit is not
South
C.
Carolina.
That shit is. Oh God, you guys.
Well,
It's
we can
probably
we
better
can
than
resort
North
things at the end.
we're gonna revisit the tier list at the end.
South Carolina is where the Marine Corps is training on the East Coast. I think that's pretty interesting.
Cool.
Marine Corps.
Oh.
That's all I have.
You mean like air
where
and
do we put
territory?
North
Yeah,
Carolina?
I'm going to Marine Corps pretty.
Well, that means they got Fat Camp over there, which means it's an S tier.
Yeah.
Wait, Trevor, where did we put North Carolina?
Catherine was born in South Carolina, I think. Or
Wouldn't you
See.
wouldn't you rather live in North Carolina?
Sounds like a D to
South
me.
Carolina?
Sounds like a D. It's definitely
I don't
not on
know.
the same level as Nevada.
D.
It's D, man.
Who'd
It's
live
D.
there? I don't live there.
I don't want to fucking live there. It sounds like shit.
Oh.
Louisiana.
all right, this is so interesting.
I'd like to go there.
This is probably one of
Wait,
this is
this
one of the
is-
decent southern states.
Wait. Louisiana, is this where? Wait, hold on.
That's where they got Katrina.
Is this where?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Louisiana. Wait, I'm a fan of Louisiana. New Orleans is here.
Yep, New Orleans, right there.
New Orleans. Listen, this is a B or an A.
Really?
The
Do you think New
suicide one.
Orleans is in
Listen,
Massachusetts?
yeah. Fuck all y'all. Listen, the Suicide Boys are. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of the Suicide Boys.
I'd throw it in C because Xander wants
Yeah.
B.
You know what? I want it in B, and I know no one else wants to agree with me. Listen, Mardi Gras. My
You can
parents-
celebrate that anywhere else.
No,
I mean, you can
not-
really
not-
celebrate it in Louisiana.
Listen. Witchcraft is from Louisiana. Listen, witchcraft, voodoo. Oh, we're just passing it. Fucking
S S S S
F as fuck.
A.
S.
I'm not.
tier.
Vetoed. S.
Yeah, I feel like it's got everything you want, you know.
I feel
Yeah,
like
except
I feel
the-
like it's
the
like
cost.
I
You
feel like
got
it's
the
a whole
politics
fucking
and the
world.
cost.
Why is it so expensive to live here? Because it is
It's-
literally the best state in the U.S. Period.
It's the
End
third
of
world.
line.
It's
But
the
can-
third world.
It's
not
technically-
But can you pay for it? Can you pay for it though?
If you
No.
got
Do
a
you
job
want
here,
to pay
yeah.
for it?
It's too fucking liberal for me, man. It's the third world. Oh.
Okay, boomer.
But
You
you
know
also
what?
got all the
That's
downsides
a
of like San
compliment.
Francisco, for example.
Oh.
I'm never going to live in San Francisco. You have choice because you are in California.
I
I
will
have
say
choice.
this.
I have a
Bro,
choice to
most
lose all the
of
money.
Fucking California is redneck.
If you don't want to have, if you want to
Just live
live
like
somewhere
you
cheap, you
know?
can just move to Chico or Eureka or somewhere where there
Well,
is.
that's why I'd
very-
give it an A tier. I have there's a
on.
lot of positives
I
about
will
it. But
say that there is.
Yeah, I
a
would
couple
say A.
positives.
Maybe the cost
No,
brings it
S.
down.
I-
No,
S.
it's not an S.
I
It's
do
not
like
a fucking
it.
S. It's an A.
Texas.
I won't take
Like-
anything less than. It can't be S. It can't.
I'm sorry.
I like
It's ridiculous.
Why
I
can't it go in
disagree
S?
with S, but I think
I
it's
don't
an
want to
A.
hear the money argument. Why can't it go in S?
Because the politics. Oh.
No one gives
God.
shit
Yeah, but
about
that
your
makes it-
politics.
Politics, yes, the politics.
I
California's
can't.
imploding
Here's okay.
I can't own a firearm. I can't own a firearm in the state.
Yeah, you can. You dumb cunt.
They-
You still can. It's just more
Barely.
reasonable. Like you can't have.
I
have to
will-
I don't want the government to know what I. They shouldn't. Any fucking. Oh God.
You can go to a gun shop
Ooh,
No,
in
it's
California,
so-
and they will do everything that. I mean, you can't own an automatic firearm, granted, but you can't own one of those
No, you
in
can't
many
own
other
an
states
automatic-
either.
You know
It's-
exactly, but the
Yeah, you can
government
still have,
has
like,
to know.
AR.
I have to get a permit. Listen, I don't have to get a permit in Arizona. and the
They'll
government
help
doesn't
you
have
with that. The
shit.
gun shops will help you with that because they have an incentive to sell you guns in California. Because
I
that's
don't
what they
want the
do.
government to know what I fucking have. That's ridiculous.
No, you're keeping it an S, Trevor.
California is the
It's
tech
an
capital
A.
of the world.
It's-
It has
it's-
2 seaports. Most major countries only have 1. This has
Yeah.
2 seaports, LA and San Francisco.
You know, they have excellent seafood.
It is
I
the
will say
financial
that.
center of the West Coast.
Excellent
It is the
fucking
median
seafood.
population of the West Coast. It is the richest state one of the richest states in the U.S.
It's too big.
It's too fucking
It
big.
has
They have
every
this
conceivable possible geographic feature. It
excellent mountain
has
biking,
desert,
though.
it has mountains, it has tundra, it has forest, it
It
has.
doesn't have thunder trip.
This
I
is
do like the outdoor. Listen, I'm a big fan of the outdoorsy California,
Thunder's not trees.
but I'm not a fan of the laws. Like, it's the third world in my opinion, and I get it. It's an excellent state, but I don't think it's in parallel with Hawaii or Texas.
Yes, it is.
I just feel like this.
It is.
I understand. I
It-
What's
disagree.
it? Someone who lives in Texas or
disagree.
Hawaii, where else are they going to want to go to vacation? California.
No.
If there was a double S, I would put California above Texas.
Okay, this sounds like there's massive bias in that.
okay. There's no way it goes above Hawaii though.
No, I'm so mad it's in
Yeah,
the
No, 'cause
same
it-
ranking.
Hawaii is
Listen,
amazing, but the
If,
people who
if
live
fucking
there are terrible.
Arizona doesn't go
No,
in
they
this,
are.
then if Arizona, beautiful,
some of the
Grand
most chill
fucking
people.
Canyon.
Honolulu?
Okay,
I don't-
listen,
I didn't-
Honolulu
yeah.
kind of sucks, but
I'll
I
make
wouldn't
it
want to
cool.
live there.
I'll make a deal
Spam,
with
Tyler.
everyone.
Spam.
Arizona goes to S+.
What?
Spam. You're gonna excuse Hawaii and its spam addiction.
I love Spam. Spam is delicious. Spam is so fucking good. But there's
Well,
a lot of sodium.
that's their choice. I don't have to eat spam there. You know,
What? You can't have Spam? Wait, where
I
can
don't want to eat it, but I don't have to have it.
Spam is delicious.
Spam.
Listen, I will say there's excellent mountain biking in California.
I just
Excellent
want,
fishing.
you know, we have to take a step back and think for a second. When people think of America, more often than not, what state are they thinking of? Yes, they will think of Texas and they
Hawaii.
will think of Hawaii after California, but no, they think of California first.
I just think of
It's
the
usually
far right.
Texas
That's not,
first.
and that's not an argument.
I'm not even
It's Texas, bro.
conservative, but I think of the far right when I think of California.
What's the next one?
Yeah.
This is just disrespect.
Why is there a pot leaf on this?
I don't think that's a pot leaf. I think
That
it's
is.
I don't think
Where
it
It
the
is.
fuck is Illinois?
It's
don't know where Illinois is?
it's next to Ohio, I think. Hold on. Yeah, no, okay, no, it's next to Indiana. It's south of
Illinois,
Wisconsin.
Indiana, Ohio.
I've been there. I've been to Illinois a couple times, specifically Chicago, and
So it does actually have a link to, what is that, Lake Superior?
I'm still mad about California.
Just let
Well,
it
we can
go.
we can
We are
we can
revisiting the
revisit it.
list at the end of this. This has already gone
I-
on a long time, but
I already know I'm not gonna get my. it's just it just seems so disrespectful to be next to Texas.
just
Oh,
focus on the state at hand.
Triggered.
I am.
Here,
triggered.
here, hold on, hold on. There.
This is a snowstorm right now.
There.
And I'm flaking out.
Triggered.
No? Okay. What do you see here now? You see Illinois. We need your opinion on Illinois.
I don't give a fuck about it. Anyway.
C tier.
Seems like a fucking why. Oh,
It's not bad.
China, Illinois takes place in Illinois, and I like that cartoon.
I've been to Chicago a couple times. It's okay.
Chicago seems ghetto as fuck.
Yeah, parts of it are
Most of it.
parts.
I don't really have an opinion on Illinois, other
A
than the
third
fact
of-
it's full of farmland. So
It's
I'm not sure what to.
It's mediocre at best. I'd throw
Okay.
it in.
Do you guys just want to give it C, or
I don't think it's a C. It sounds like a D. It's not on the same rank as Nevada. Why do you guys keep doing this?
because I kind of associate Chicago with like ghetto as well. So again, I know that's a generalization, and I've never been to Illinois, so I can't rightly say. But
It sounds like D, man.
I mean,
It sounds like
Key and
D.
Yana, what are your thoughts? Do you have any weigh in on Illinois at all?
Meh.
Meh.
Put it in C or D. I don't know.
Washington and Nevada deserve better.
Given a choice, if someone was going to hand you airline tickets to go for a small vacation, would you rather go to Idaho or Illinois?
Oh,
Idaho.
potato, Idaho.
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 Nevada or Illinois?
Nevada.
Illinois.
Nevada.
Really?
That's a hard choice.
Virginia or Illinois?
Virginia.
Louisiana or Illinois?
Louisiana.
We'll put it in D because it seems
Should we fucking wait? Where do we put Louisiana again?
C.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
New
New
York.
York.
Xander.
I like New York when I visited.
New
I
York's
fucking hate
nice.
New York. I'm from Rochester. Do you see that right there? Above the Great Lakes or the Finger Lakes? You know what? I have a lot of memories here. Yeah, it's fucking scummy as fuck.
I thought you were gonna say good things.
No, I lived most of my life here, and it's cold, and it's fucking part of the Rust Belt. And if you're not living in New York City, you're not really. Listen, you pay for New York City taxes. I'm gonna give you some optics on this. I run these numbers by everyone. The state of Arizona has 8 million people. The state of New York has 18 million people. Phoenix is 500 square miles and has 300,000 people in it, and New York City is like, or I'm sorry, I don't know how many people live in Phoenix, but that's besides the point. What really matters is it's 500 square miles, right? Phoenix is 500 square miles. New York City is 300 square miles and it has 8 million people living there. There is more people living in a smaller size than Phoenix than in the entire state of Arizona. And because of that, the entire state pays ridiculously high taxes. And if you live in upstate New York, like I did for the majority of my life, you basically
Xander, finish up. Come on, let's go, let's go.
you basically get like very little quality of life, and it's very hard to afford to live there. Fuck Utica, fuck Syracuse, Buffalo, fuck Buffalo. The Finger Lakes are beautiful. Lake Ontario is beautiful, but I'll just say, fuck this state. The highest being. That's all I
So,
have to say.
from what I'm gathering, great place to visit, awful place to live.
Yeah.
Or not even great place to visit.
No, I think I'd visit it.
Hmm.
But I definitely wouldn't live there.
Because
I lived there 2 times. I moved back. I took Greyhound back to Rochester when I was like 18, right? And I lived there for a couple years by myself. Not a fan.
Because I mean, I would like to go visit New York someday, but
You can't own like a firearm. I mean, you can, but it's the whole thing. I just don't like the laws either. Too liberal for me. But yeah, I mean, New York City is beautiful.
I think
It's
it
very
just
interesting. It's a melting pot, and you know what's really interesting is if you go to Rochester, you could ferry to Toronto, and the drinking age is 18, so you could turn up. And I'd say that was pretty interesting. Lake Ontario is really cool. Rochester is really unique. Buffalo is really unique. Syracuse is cool. Albany is cool. But I fucking hate this. So you can do whatever you want with it. I'll go fuck.
So all that for just put it wherever, bro.
I'd say B. I'd probably say B.
B?
Yeah.
Really?
What do you fucking?
Are we still talking about New York? I went to the bathroom and brushed my teeth.
Niagara Falls is kind of cool. Fuck New York, man. I fucking hate this place. It's fucking Rust Belt. There's no jobs.
You fucking hate it. It's awful. B tier. Kian.
They left, man.
Yeah, he might have.
I think I triggered them. Anyways, B tier.
I almost want to put it in C.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Sounds the same,
Because it is like the financial center of the world, but that really doesn't mean anything to me. If it's a nice place to go, that's kind of what I'd want out of it, and it doesn't.
Is Ohio, but really, real talk, why is Ohio above New York? I feel like New York is on the same.
Weren't you one of the people who rated it up there?
I'd say New York is on the same rank as Ohio.
So
Well, personally, I would rather go to Ohio than go to New York.
You're being ridiculous right now.
Why?
Because I lived in New York for the majority of my life.
New York doesn't have a world-class amusement park with more than 24 roller coasters.
It has New York City.
That's terrible. It's an awful place. It probably smells funny, And it's
Yeah,
full of
you're
people,
right.
full of the
It's
sort of
C.
people that I don't
Full of-
want to talk to or be in contact with
Misshapen
ever.
Wojaks.
You're right. It's C.
That's just
By the
me,
way,
though. I don't want
Tyler,
to.
message your friend because clearly his girlfriend is frustrated with me. Just tell her I apologize.
Well, I'm wondering where Yana went. Oh, uh-oh. Dang it.
Huh?
I think it's broken. The file's not working.
What is that?
Oh, it
Tyler,
says,
Tyler, I don't have the.
Is that New Mexico?
I love you,
I did.
Irfan View. You're the
Did you
best.
apologize for me?
Yep. I said Xander apologizes. New Mexico. I've been there a few times. It's like Arizona but worse.
It sounds like a fucking D.
Riding with Kian all the way through it, I would agree. It just is absent of really anything nice. Just an enormous desert, arid land, and
It's
mountains.
like, okay, so you have worse food than Arizona.
We literally had.
I mean, you have some decent camping, but not as good as Arizona. You have worse cities than Arizona.
We had
And
like.
worse drives and stuff. Just
Yeah,
throw
but
it.
it's,
In
we,
Santa Fe, it has Santa Fe Art College.
So, like, I stayed in Santa Fe for like 5 days.
Why does it say Las Vegas?
Santa Fe, the actual like decent part of Santa Fe is tiny.
Oh, really? Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
this place.
I'd throw it in D tier.
Yeah, it's
I'm with that.
I've spent like an extensive amount of time there, and I've skied there a few times too.
Do you guys
traveled
really think
there.
California is S rank?
I throw it an A. These
It's-
guys would throw it an S, but they live there.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder
I
they were so
knew
fucking
you were gonna sling that card. Oh, they live there. There's bugs. We're gonna.
Well, I'm not saying it's biased. I'm saying you guys have the most experience with it.
I have no
Yes.
idea what Indiana is.
I mean, we'll discuss it afterwards, but we'll discuss Indiana right now because
Indiana.
gotta get this fucking shit
I went
done.
there. I went there with Devin. So
Where
Indi-
even is it?
it's next to Illinois, to the east of it.
This sounds like a fucking D for me, dog. Or an F.
Most people say it's a drive-through state. I think that Indianapolis it's okay. If I had to live there, I'd be about it. I'd throw it in C.
Just tell them that I'm very passionate and high energy, Tyler. Say that that's my excuse and I didn't
Oh,
want
he's
think-
he's
I think-
not flying.
I think they realize. Nah, yeah, they're just probably going to bed because
I
they
think
got.
that they're actually just straight up tired.
Yeah, Kian's got work tomorrow, so he usually likes to go to bed early.
Oh, whatever. His loss, bro.
Idiot. No, it's fine.
Yeah. What a ginger.
No, at least he got to do most of the beginning, so that's fine.
It doesn't matter. Fucking, we're gonna replace California in an A and put Arizona in S.
I would not put Arizona in S.
Well, bro, Flagstaff.
Flagstaff's cool, but I mean, it's just one place. Oh, did I lose you guys?
Oh,
Hello?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I lost you guys for a bit. Discord must have done
Indiana
good.
sounds like shit to me, man.
So wait, what are we doing about Indiana?
C.
C tier?
Yep. Indianapolis is okay, and that's my opinion.
Why is there a C tier? We're putting
Because
out the same break
Indianapolis
as New
is
York.
mediocre.
Why are we doing this again? Why are we fucking doing this again?
Well, where would you put it?
I put it D
D. Why?
because it's not as good as New York, but it's much better than.
How much time have you spent in Indianapolis? Because that's where you want to be in Indiana.
Really?
Yeah. Everywhere else, you don't really want to be there, but Indianapolis is okay.
By the way,
So,
this is the weirdest fucking shape I've never seen.
oh, Delaware. By the way, there's a bunch of people in my department. There's a Delaware department of lending, and everyone I've talked to from there is like, we're always like, oh, how's Delaware? They're like, oh, we don't like it. F tier.
So based on your work experience.
They say
F
there's
tier.
nothing to do there, and everyone lives in other states. So, they don't like it and they live there, I'd toss it an F. I wouldn't want to live there based on like the things that they talk about of things to do. No, no, thank you.
Yeah.
The Mormons.
No, beautiful, beautiful fucking mountains, excellent fucking elk hunting. Yeah, that's all I have.
But lower than Colorado.
Yeah, lower than Colorado for sure.
Salt Lake City is drab.
No, I don't give. I'm not talking about the cities.
Well, I mean, we're including all
Listen,
of that.
listen, wait, think about this, right? You have to relocate. I'm gonna bring you to a place where you committed a high treasonous crime, right?
But what if I don't want to do that?
No, just listen. But the government is saying we're gonna change your name, Tyler, to Billy Bob and Joe Thornton, right? And then they're gonna move you to Utah, and you meet a couple Mormon girls, and you marry all of them, and you just tell them that you're Mormon. And you have like 4 wives. It sounds sick. Elk hunting, that seems like an interesting life. And I'll tell you, that's the mountain range. Rock climbing is fun. I like rock climbing. I think it's a B.
No.
just like that.
C tier.
Oh, to be fair though, you can't drink alcohol. Like it's a dry. You can't.
I've been there like maybe 15 times, I guess.
All right, you know what? I've never been there. C tier.
No, it's a worse Colorado. Kind of like how New Mexico's a worse Arizona. Same
I'm
thing.
still fucking frustrated about Cal. Why are we putting it A tier? No, it's not B tier. It's C tier.
Tyler,
C.
you've been there more, so
C.
okay.
He was saying C.
There's some decent outdoors stuff, but I would never live there. I'd rather live in New Mexico.
Rhode Island.
Okay, so Rhode Island and Connecticut, I don't know.
Rhode Island. My buddy used to go to Rhode Island, and oh no, he went to Maryland. Never mind. I don't know anything about it.
Mixing up your states still.
My bad.
Sure, it's been since New Year's since you had alcohol.
Yes, put it in. And
can we at least move Iowa to C tier?
Where's Iowa?
In N.
Oh. I mean, wait, so what's your reasoning for that?
It's not bad. It's not a bad place to live.
it's because his fiance.
No, I've been there. No, because she. But she also lived in South Dakota.
Tyler, shut the fuck up.
Why would I put it in C? If it was just because of her, I'd put it in S. But it's not. It's state.
All right.
I'd put it in C. I wouldn't mind living there.
I was just thinking Kian and Yana and myself didn't have like any opinion on it, so I think that's pretty much.
I've been there. I'm gonna go there again. So.
Oh crap! No, what just happened? What'd I do?
You flung it back to N.
I think I changed the color palette or something. I don't know. That's fine. We're almost done. There's 2 left. Oop. Hold on. Gotta go back to the top layer. Then drag the state in. And there we go.
Maine.
I love Quebec, and a lot of lobster fishing. My buddy used to go fishing up there. It's a frontier state. There's no taxes, I believe, either. It's an interesting place, man. I'd say that if I had to live somewhere that's cold and shitty in New England, I think it might be Maine, man. Nova Scotia too. Look at that.
I kind of agree with you there. Like, if I had to pick something up there, Maine, sure.
Yeah.
I love the outdoors as well.
By the way, Tyler, I've been hiking nonstop, like every other weekend. I've been going. Yeah, big fan. Let me know if you want to join us. Me and Josh go hiking.
I'm down.
Nice. If I don't go mountain biking next week,
where would we put it?
I'd say B. It's above Utah, right?
I'd say, yeah. Looking at C tier, yeah, I'd say B.
All right, this is the last one.
Has to be Arizona, doesn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Xander. If this is going in A.
Okay,
A.
California. It can't. California.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put California in S either.
Okay, if you move California and Arizona, that's the compromise. They either both go in S because Arizona is better than California, or they both go in A.
They both go in A. That's
go.
my opinion. Because there's like they're both good places to live.
Okay, the
but they
laws are amazing.
have some downsides. I've endured, I think, like 17 more summers than you have here. It gets old, bro.
That's fair.
Fucking old.
Well,
all right.
I just, if you're gonna square, okay, so let's go over the tier list.
What do you
see
think?
what our general opinions are. Ignore California for the first like minute or two, and just focus on the other states, please.
Okay, Hawaii and Texas belong in S. I think
yes,
we can all.
Absolutely. There was no doubt for me. Texas belongs in it. Fucking the Cowboys.
California does not belong in F.
No, it's so disrespectful being next to Texas. It's just disrespectful, man.
I said, for the first minute, to ignore California.
Okay.
Kansas, Idaho, Alaska. Is that all good? Montana, Florida. Did we mess up on any of that, or is that all good?
Okay. I think Arizona needs to be S ranked, but
no. No.
All right.
So we're all good.
No, bro. And it's starting to get expensive here, but I would also rank California down for the same reason.
Well, California.
And the summers, you don't get any shittier summers anywhere else.
Other than Arizona? Okay.
Other than Arizona.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Texas.
There are shitty summers, fair Texas and Florida.
To be fair, Arizona.
In fact, on some islands of Hawaii, it rains literally all the time.
No.
Yeah, like
Arizona
Hawaii, which I love.
Arizona has 125-degree summers. It's awful.
But we also have longer summers too, and it gets really, really annoying.
So
you can't even do outdoors stuff sometimes because it's dead.
You can't go out. But you can't go outside in the summer. You really can't. Like, what can you really do out there?
Yeah, you'll bake to death.
A tier because it has. Arizona's great, but it's not like S tier. Like, I love living here, but it has some downsides. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay, just put California just because of the fucking liberal dumb.
I just find it difficult to accept all that argument about housing and about politics when a lot of those similar problems affect the other two states in S.
But
especially Hawaii.
Texas is like fairly moderate.
Hawaii is beautiful.
Only in Austin and Houston.
Fairly moderate? Well, I'm talking about overall as a state.
No, I would love living in the middle of nowhere.
Because like California has pretty mixed politics depending on where you go.
California
and Hawaii, like I would pay the premium to live in Hawaii.
Me too.
I wouldn't pay the premium to live almost anywhere else.
But I'd argue, like, so what are you gonna do if you live in Hawaii? Like, where if you want to go on a long drive, you can't, basically.
Yes, you can.
I can go to the regular states, but
let me just
that
go.
That doesn't bump it down to A tier.
Oh, let me just vacation to the mainland. Or if you already live in the mainland, then you can just go for a drive.
I could go to Kona and I can go for like a 3-4 hour drive.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've never been to Hawaii.
Like your life and your essence and everything is Hawaii, unless you want to fly, which is expensive.
Well, I mean, if you're on Kona, you can drive around the whole island. It takes about 3-4 hours.
All right, I want to say
a pretty
something.
long drive.
I want to say something. There's excellent hunting in Hawaii. There's small deer that aren't anywhere else in the entire world except in Hawaii. They're natural to Hawaii, and they're super fucking difficult to hunt. Bow hunting would be really interesting. I will say this: getting a boat and going fishing would be gorgeous. Surfing would be so much fun. Scuba diving would be excellent. Hiking and rock climbing the mountains, beautiful. The jungle of rainforest area, interesting to just take a walk through. The food, the Hawaiian culture, the beautiful atmosphere, the beautiful women. Did I mention the food? Also, you would be a rock star because there's a lot of obesity there. So as long as you're just kind of,
As long as you're rotund.
as long as you're like, even if you're just slightly fat, if you go to Hawaii, you're probably like grade A. You know what I mean? And you can probably just run through as many as you want. And local, it would be foreign and fun and be exotic. Did I mention the fucking surfing? Did I mention the oceans, the scuba diving, the culture?
You're describing San Diego, Los Angeles, and most of the Gulf of Mexico to me.
Nowhere close to Hawaii. You're being ridiculous right now.
Hawaii has its own taste, but a lot of people are not going to see it the same way. Hawaii is a small island, kind of, what is it called? Archipelago or whatever, how you pronounce it? It's only yay big, and I feel like I'm eventually going to get tired of it. I mean, I can visit Hawaii anytime, but I would not want to live there.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
I told you guys, I was there once. I went to Maui.
Maui. Okay, I thought you said Honolulu. Honolulu.
No, we obviously flew into Honolulu, but we definitely went around the islands. But that's what I'm saying is like the S tier states are there. They have their flaws. But they're in S tier because they have something greater to offer. Hawaii obviously has the extreme, just the seclusion, just the distance and the extreme exotic kind of tastefulness of it. It's really wild and different. And
also a lot of luxury. I wouldn't even mind living.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's arguing it out of S tier. So
I'm just, I just really, really struggle to accept arguments like housing is expensive and politics are rough in California to put it in A tier.
I mean, like
when California has all the other stuff to offer.
Oh my fucking god!
I judge all the other states on that basis as well.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just saying, like, Arizona's an
Hawaii
A tier.
and Texas can be judged in that same way.
I swear to fucking God, Arizona goes to. I love the hiking. I love the laws. I love the hunting. I love everything. I love the fact that you can off road out here. I love that you can go out to the desert and just start shooting.
Yeah, and those are all reasons why it goes in A tier.
Yes, absolutely.
A tier, not S.
Well, honestly, it's better than California.
Does Arizona have a seaport?
Doesn't need a seaport. It can't
I can't have that argument. Arizona is missing something that adds a tremendous amount of diversity to it.
Sounds like California is missing the fucking Grand Canyon. One of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah, and Yosemite doesn't count, I guess. Or, Mount Lassen, or Lake Tahoe, or any of those, or the Sierra Nevadas. No. Okay, yeah, sure. So all of the great monuments that California has to offer, all of the great sightseeing and all the destinations, nope. Grand Canyon beats all of them.
Let's go to Google. The wonders of the world, man.
So can we agree that Maryland is S tier?
So if
I would say no for me. Listen.
Well, let's move on from that. Fuck the video up any more than you guys have, bitch. Let's keep looking down the list.